It was a warm Friday afternoon on the corner of Broadway Street, just outside the bustling heart of New York City. Officer Jack Miller had just finished his lunch, sipping the last drops of coffee in his patrol car. Jack was the kind of cop who believed his badge gave him the right to treat people however he pleased. But that day, his arrogance would lead to a life-altering moment. Across the street, a black man in a dark suit stepped out of a nearby cafe. His name was David Carter. Calm and self-assured, David had grown up in New York but had spent the past few years working in another city. What no one knew was that David had recently been promoted to captain and assigned to the precinct where Jack worked. But Jack wouldn't learn this crucial fact until it was far too late. As David crossed the street, Jack's attention shifted from his coffee to the man. There was nothing suspicious about David, but for someone like Jack, any excuse to stir trouble would suffice. Gripping the steering wheel tightly, Jack scrutinized David's confident demeanor, which rubbed him the wrong way. Suddenly, Jack stepped out of his patrol car, slamming the door shut, and stormed toward David with an irritated look on his face. "Hey, you! What are you doing here?" Jack barked, cutting David off. His tone was menacing, meant to intimidate. David stopped, gazing calmly yet surprised at Jack. "I'm just heading to a meeting," he replied respectfully. But Jack wasn't interested in listening. "You look suspicious," Jack sneered sarcastically. "Got any ID?" David slowly reached into his jacket pocket, making sure to move carefully. "Officer, I'd be happy to show you my ID," he said in a composed manner. But before David could fully pull out his wallet, Jack's anger erupted. "You think you're someone important, don't you?" Jack growled. He grabbed David's arm roughly and threw a punch. The blow made David stumble backward, but he managed to stay on his feet. A small crowd of bystanders had frozen in shock at the scene. David, holding his face, straightened up slowly. There was now a subtle yet unmistakable authority in his eyes. "You've just made a big mistake, officer," David said, his voice calm yet firm. Jack chuckled dismissively. "Oh, really? And what's that mistake?" he mocked. David stood tall, staring Jack down. "I'm Captain David Carter, the new captain of this precinct." Jack's face went pale. He blinked rapidly, trying to process what he had just heard. "What? What did you say?" he stammered. David had fully taken control of the situation. "What I said is this. You just assaulted your commanding officer, and I will be filing a formal complaint," he declared. The crowd of onlookers watched in astonishment as Jack's arrogance gave way to fear. David pulled out his phone and made a call. "Yes, this is Captain Carter. I need a unit at the corner of Broadway and Fifth Avenue. I'm filing an assault complaint against Officer Jack Miller," he said firmly. Within minutes, the sound of sirens filled the air. 2 police cars arrived, and out stepped Sergeant Sarah Parker, a 20-year veteran known for her no-nonsense attitude. "Captain Carter," Sarah greeted him respectfully. As David explained the situation, Sarah's face grew serious. She turned to Jack and with a single sentence brought everything to a close. "Cuff him." We've reached the end of this story. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories. Have a great day.